Hello, I'm John. Um, I'm a sewing machine doctor. I usually do videos to advertise my sewing machines that I have for sale, and sometimes instructional videos about sewing or tips on how to maintain your machine. Today I decided to do something just a little bit different. I've been thinking about this. It's nothing about sewing machines, it's about earthing. As a lot of people taking an interest in it. It seems to make perfect sense to me that you should ground yourself to Mother Earth so that your bad energies can be dispersed down through the ground, and you can draw up energy from Mother Earth herself to help cleanse your spirit. And here's it's just a hack. This is a real cheap way to ground yourself. I can't always go outside with bare feet. I don't like to. In the winter it poses a problem also. So you can do the same thing by hugging a tree, but to do that for 15 minutes a day is asking for the paddy wagon to show up and haul you away. So I got to thinking about this, and it was actually a different way. I was thinking about a way to contact I saw this once in Popular Science, I believe, to ground your antenna through, or TV antenna through your system's, your apartment or house electrical system, where the ground goes through the whole house, and sometimes that could act as a huge antenna. But with that was back during analog days. Now we're in digital, and it doesn't seem to work at all. But this is a good way to connect yourself to that same system. It obviously goes to outside and into the ground, so you are grounding yourself by doing this. I've taken something that I've repurposed. This just happens to be a computer cord. Repurpose it for what I want to do. You'll have to cut both ends of this off and just use the cord part. What we're going to do is strip back the three electrical cords inside, wrap the wires together, and then use a grounded plug. These I bought really cheap, I think at Lowe's or Menards, one of the two, for like $1.29 a piece. All sorts of different ones you can use. The difference is that it just has to have the ground terminal. You're not going to use these power ones, only to help secure the plug in the wall. What you're going to do is wrap these three wires together. Don't have one to show you because I finished the last one. And just run it to the ground. You're not going to run anything to these other two power terminals, so if the screws are loose, just tighten them down and forget them. Okay, you could do this with one wire. Three wires happens to give you more amperage, I guess, in electrical terms. And you're going to run it to the green one only, so you're going to be grounding yourself right to this, and then that part doesn't even really have to be soldered, but you can solder it if you want all the wires to stick together better. And then just run that on one end. This is just an alligator clip. I bought these at Radio Shack. You can buy a dozen of them for a couple of bucks. You can use that. You can use some of this type of clip if you prefer. Some big, large clamps if you want. You can put it whatever you want on there. You can put an eyelet on the end of them. It's nice to have more than one of these, because you can. One of them might want to put an eyelet on it, and then just run a screw into, say, like a baking sheet or cookie sheet. That's what I use, a big aluminum cookie sheet, and then I just clamp this to it. Sometimes just working around. Sometimes you can. This will slide back off. So if you had an eyelet with a screw and drilled your plate, you could permanently mount that on your plate. It would never come loose again. So I'm trying to make this video in all one step. I did it last night, and I ended up stopping the video 3 times, and then when I try to patch them back together, I'm really very new at this. I don't know what I'm doing yet as far as making movies. I don't know PewDiePie or Jenna Marbles, but they are 2 of my favorites. So that's pretty much it. I can show you one that's finished. I'll go grab it. rather than put this on pause because, well, you know what happens. This is one that I've already got made. This is just a big aluminum cookie sheet. And just clip the clamp to that one end and plug yourself into the wall here. There's no chance for getting electrocuted, remember, because you're not hooked to these power grids. Make sure you don't hook anything to those. Make sure nothing gets close to those. You just plug it into the wall anywhere in the house, and it's grounded. I don't feel certain on anything, but that's normal. Sometimes in this hustle bustle world of ours, you know, you get so many energies pouring in from so many different directions. For you to just meditate and try and clear your mind, maybe ground yourself, it might help you normalize a little bit and unwind yourself. So that's the reason for this video. It doesn't cost a thing to make this. I'm not charging you to figure out how to make your own. It's pretty hard to patent an idea, is what I've been told. So it's just a good way to ground yourself during the winter when it's cold out. You don't have to go outside and hug a tree for 15 minutes. But you do probably want to do this for 15 minutes a day. It helps a lot. It seems to anyway. You be the judge. I usually do mine when I'm sitting at the computer, take my shoes and socks off and bare my feet, because I'm generally at the computer at least 15 minutes a day, so that forces me to kind of ground myself and unwind. It's called earthing, and you've just been hacked.